another one.
Is LinkedIn even necessary? Would it hurt my career not to have one? I'm a professional in aerospace field and I don't have and I do have a LinkedIn account. However, I find myself almost forcing myself to try and use it. Everything seems so fake and pointless on there. I know people have found success with networking and such, but I have a hard time adopting this app. I would truly rather work I would truly rather my work speak for itself throughout my company and industry and take a more traditional approach to networking in person. I'm somebody who places little value in having an online presence because I think it is inaccurate of what that person is like in real life. However, everybody seems to have a LinkedIn. Would I be doing myself a disservice by not having an online presence in the professional world? The funny thing is, let's start a timer. We had a question like this not too long ago, but this one is even more specific, and this one is quite honestly a little bit even more sad. So we are going to break this one down line by line. All right. So, well, paragraph by paragraph, whatever. So first, let's start off with let's just answer the question right away, right? Is LinkedIn even necessary? Yes, it is. In general, it's necessary. And I would say if you want to send me a connection request on LinkedIn, by all means go ahead. I will accept your connection request because my suggestion to you is the people that you want to like the field that you want to be in, connect with the people who are in that field that you can like, especially if they post and stuff like that, you can learn from their posts and you can be able to interact with them and stuff like that, right? Use it like for the nonsense that you do on Twitter and on Facebook and whatever. Use LinkedIn to actually make progress in your career and in your life. All right. So would it hurt my career to not have one? Not only will it hurt your career, it will prevent people from being able to learn more about you, and it'll prevent people from learning about you. And because I'll tell you this, like my past two positions, they like it's been from people reaching out to me from LinkedIn and not me going out and actively applying for those positions, right? So and here is the thing, because I did have a similar sentiment to, you know, I didn't really care about LinkedIn for a while, but this is where the sentiment is going to change, right? So this person seems to like they're a professional in aerospace field and they have a LinkedIn, okay, but they're probably working right now and they probably feel comfortable in their position, so they don't really care about LinkedIn. However, when or let's say something was to happen where they are no longer at the job or they want to go somewhere else, right? How are they going to do that? Because everything now is being applied for online, unless you know somebody that you can get a connection. But then you're limiting yourself to a whole world of possibilities out there, to hoping that one or two people that you know can put you into some type of field where you can actually make connections with a bunch of people, right? So I would say this: they might like this person might not find LinkedIn useful at the moment, right? But if they ever need to make a pivot, then they are going to be like, oh, I have to go and update my LinkedIn, and I got to do this, I got to do that. Why not just be current, right? So, first, this everything seems so fake and pointless on there. I know people have found success with networking and such, but I have a hard time adopting this app. I mean, how different is that from? So, this question is was on Reddit, like at least okay. So here's the funny thing, right? About LinkedIn being seeming so fake and pointless. So this question is on Reddit where they're using like some very fake and pointless username on there, where no one knows who you are. No one can really offer you anything. While on LinkedIn, the fake and pointless place where your people use their real name, right? There's recruiters on there who are looking like they're actively looking through profiles. Who they People on LinkedIn, like especially recruiters, pay money so that they can be able to do their job, right? When they're recruiting people and stuff like that. So you tell me which one is fake and pointless, right? So and here's the like I asked this I asked like someone had said before, right? I would rather my work speak for itself throughout the company and industry, but let's say you're looking for a job, right? No one knows the work that you do. How can your work speak for yourself if no one knows you? See, I told this to somebody not too long ago, right? Because they were afraid of what to put on their LinkedIn and all that type of stuff. They were so overthinking it, right? And I said, nobody really cares about you like that. And it was like a shock. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, nobody really cares about you like that. Like that you're like, oh, afraid to do this and you're not sure about doing that. I'm like, I'm like, you you have to put yourself in the best position to win, regardless of what that position is like, right? So is LinkedIn a guarantee? No. Is there anything in life a guarantee? No. But you have to put yourself in the best position. So have your LinkedIn to be in tip top shape, have your resume to be in tip top shape, be ready to know like how to answer questions on interviews and stuff like that. Just be prepared for like be so prepared that if you meet somebody in an elevator, right? And like what if you're going down the elevator and some CEO or whatever, some QA person or software development engineer, you end up like um you have a book in your hand for, let's say you have this book in your hand, clean code, right? And they're like, oh, are you a programmer? Or you like, oh yeah, I do, I'm a QA engineer and I do this and that, and like, oh, tell me a little bit about yourself, and boom 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 boom, right there you go, in person, right? But you never know where the opportunity is going to arise, so always be prepared, which includes LinkedIn, Glassdoor, wherever, right? Don't post crap on your Facebook. Don't post crap on Twitter. Always be productive, right? Be 24/7 work ethic, right? Always be ready, right? Always do things with a purpose. All right? And then lastly, I'm somebody who places little value in having online presence because I think it is inaccurate of what that person is like in real life. Who cares? All you have to worry about is you being real, right? Don't worry about everybody else. Because at the end of the day, if you get a job that's paying good money, what does all this other stuff matters? Like, and this is the problem, right? We care so much about nonsense. Like what like my the way that I think, right? I'm like, all right, how like what I'm doing right now, how is that going to provide benefit, value, and growth, right? And that is how I decide, that's how I move forward, right? If there's no benefit, no value, no growth, then it's not for me, right? So what like who cares of what someone else is doing on LinkedIn? How many YouTube channels there are, right? I don't care what all the other ones are doing. I care about the value that I'm bringing, right? I care about what Socks is doing, right? I care about what Don is building at Chaos Camp, right? I care about Sean learning his Java and Selenium, right? I see Leanne just is in the chat. I care about what Leanne is working on, right? The people who are driven and focused, that's where my attention is going to go. I don't care about all the other nonsense that's going on around there. And this is why, and this is part of candid conversation. Are you addicted to failure? Because you continue to worry about the wrong things. All right? Got to get it together, people.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.